to another Sabbath day. This is the Lord's Sabbath day, and we come out week in and week out just to bring out the truth out of the Bible. Psalms 8:32. Psalms 8:32, or John 8:32.
John 8 verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And that's what we come out here to do. That's what Christ did. He came out to bring out the truth. He told no guile. There was no guile in the Most High's mouth. All he told was the truth. That's all and that's what we're going to do, give you the truth. Psalms chapter 1. See the score, folks? Read all that passage.
Psalms 1 verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.
And this is what people should be doing in this society. They should be meditating on the laws of God day and night. This is what really makes sense. All this other stuff. See, when Paul and David and all of them look back on all this, they called this dung and garbage. They called this nothing but rubbish. Read.
Sorry.
But his delight is in the law of the Lord.
But see, our delight is in the laws of the Lord. And that's what we're going to continue to do, is seek the Most High God. We're going to put our trust in God rather than man. Just like Apostle Paul said. Read.
And in his law doth he meditate day and night.
And we're going to meditate on these laws day and night. We're going to continue to meditate until he brings us to the New Jerusalem. He's going to usher in that new kingdom. This place is almost out of here. Read.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
And see, and this is why we're going to continue to do it, because we're going to put our faith in the Most High, because with him is everlasting strength. This is a sure thing, trusting in the Most High God, because this is, see, he said, our rock is not like your rock. See, you guys believe in idols. This is why we come out here, to debunk all the lies and all the idols. Go ahead.
The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away.
But see, the ungodly are not so. They're going to be just like the chaff that the wind bloweth away. It's just a matter of time. Everybody. That's why Solomon said in Ecclesiastes, there is a time and there is a season for everything under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. So you shouldn't be surprised of all this death that's going on the earth. This was all part of the prophecies. Nobody's going to stay here forever. But see, he said, as a man lives, so he dies. But afterwards, the judgment. You're not getting away from what you've done here in this body. Read on.
Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous.
And the ungodly, you're not standing in the sight of the Most High. He said the wicked is not going to stand in his sight. The Most High said he hateth all workers of iniquity. See, he hates all the workers of iniquity. God doesn't love everybody like they lie at the churches. We're going to tell you what he actually says. Go ahead.
For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
He knows the ways of the righteous, but he says the ways of the ungodly, he says they're going to perish. This is why there's so much death. We're not surprised at any of it. This is the Most High saying all of this, and you see, one thing about the Most High, he doesn't lie. He stays faithful to himself. Read on.
That's it.
Oh, let the wicked.
Psalm 7 verse 11.
Go ahead.
Psalm 7 verse 11. God judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day.
See, the Most High God, he judges the righteous, but he's angry with the wicked every single day. See, I don't know why they say at the churches that he just loves everybody. That's not what it says here in the Bible. He says he's angry with the wicked every single day. Read.
Verse 9, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end.
Now, this is David. This is the king of Israel, David. He said, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Go ahead.
But establish the just.
And he is going to establish the just. It's just a matter of time. He's going to establish the just. Go ahead.
For the righteous God tried the hearts and reins.
Because the righteous God, he trieth the hearts and the reins. He gets into those minds. He knows what's in those wicked thoughts. And nobody's going unpunished for what they're doing here in this body. Read.
My defense is of God, which saveth the upright in heart.
But our defense is of God, who saveth the upright in heart. That's who our defense is. We're gonna trust in the Most High God. We're not trusting in no man here. Man disappoints. Read.
God judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day.
See, God judges the righteous, but he said he's angry with the wicked every day. Go ahead. Psalms 37, start at verse 1. Go to 11. Psalms 37, start at verse 1.
Psalms 37, verse 1.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity.
And see, we're not going to worry about what all these evil and wicked people are doing. This is what God said. He said, don't fret about these evildoers, or be not envious of the workers of iniquity. Read.
For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb.
Because the Most High says you're going to soon be cut down like the grass and you're going to wither as the green herbs. The Most High God is saying all of this. See, this is the problem. We're not saying a thing. See, a lot of people, they abhor this word of God. And you have this great disdain for the word of God. But I can guarantee you it's not going unpunished. Read.
Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart.
And we're going to keep delighting ourselves in the Lord. And that's why he's given us the desires of our heart. Because we're going to keep delighting ourselves in the Most High God. And we're talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because there is no other God. Read.
Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass.
And we always going to trust in him. And he is going to bring it to pass. What else is he going to do?
And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday.
And he's going to bring our righteousness as the light, and our judgments as the noonday. Every time you see that sun comes up, his judgments are going forth like the light. This is what's going on. So don't be surprised when a plane goes down. That's the Most High at work. Don't be surprised when a ship sinks. That's the Most High at work. That's not no Mother Nature. That's the Most High God at work. And we'll prove it out of the scriptures. Go to Deuteronomy, where he said, I killed. Let's see what he said through the Levitical priest Moses. Let's see what he said through Moses. Read.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me.
This is Moses. He said, see, even I am he, and there is no God with me. He said there is no other God. Read.
I kill and I make alive.
The Most High said he's the one that kills and he's the one that makes alive. So it's not the doctors that save you. It's the Most High God that saves people. No, doctors are just a vessel that's being used in the hospitals. But it's the Most High God that's doing the killing, and he's the one that wounds. Read.
I wound and I heal.
He says he wounds, and he says he heals. The Most High God is telling you everything that needs to be said. Read.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
And nobody can be delivered out of the Most High's hand, because once he zooms in on a person and pays hold on judgment, it's over for that person. Once the Most High said, that's it for you, that's it for you. Read.
For I lift up mine hand to heaven and say I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I'll render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me.
Because he's going to reward all the people that hate him. Christ said it in John 14:15. He said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. A lot of people say, well, I love God. I have this personal relationship with him. But they're not doing anything he says, saying all those lies they're saying here in this society. Because he said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. Read.
1 Samuel 2, verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
See, the Lord is the one that's doing all the killing on the earth. He's the one that's doing all the killing. He's going around killing as we speak because he's angry and he's upset with all his adversaries. Read.
He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
He's the one that bringeth down to the grave, and he's the one that bringeth up. This is the Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because there is no other God. Read.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 10, and repay them that hate him to their face.
And he's going to repay all the people that hate him to their face. The Most High God is saying this himself. He said he's going to repay. How you doing, sis? This is what he said. He's going to repay the people that hate him to their face. That's what the Most High God is saying. Go ahead.
To destroy them, he will not be slack to him that hateth him.
And he's not going to be slack to those that hate him. That's why he said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. And let's see what he says about the ones that don't love him.
Proverbs 8 verse 17.
So this is Solomon. Let's see what Solomon said here. Read.
I love them that love me.
The Most High said, I love them that love me. Read.
And those that seek me early shall find me.
And those that seek me early are the ones that's going to find me. This is the Most High God's own words. This is what he has to say about it. He said he loves those that love him. So all those that hate him, they love death. Read.
Verse 35, for whoso findeth me, findeth life.
He said, for whosoever findeth me, you findeth life. So anything else, if you don't love him, you love death. This is what he's saying here. Read.
And shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
But all the people that sinneth against him, they wrongeth against their own soul. This is what they're doing out here. And this is the Lord's Sabbath day. He said to remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. But this is what it is. He said no buy, selling, or trading on this day. And everybody that's doing these things, just get ready for your recompense. You're going to get that payback from the Most High. And I can guarantee you that. Read.
All they that hate me love death.
He said all those that hate me, they love death. The Most High God is saying this himself. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 8 verse 3, and death shall be chosen rather than life.
And this is what people are choosing. He said death shall be chosen rather than life. Because Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except by me. Christ said this. Read.
By all the residue of them that remain of this evil family.
And he's coming after all his adversaries. It's just a matter of time. The time is almost up here. Read.
Which remain in all the places, whether I have driven them, saith the Lord of hosts.
See, the Lord of hosts is saying all of this. We're not saying a thing. This is why we study to show ourselves approved. Workers that are not ashamed of the gospel. And we're going to rightly divide the word of truth. This is what we're going to do every Sabbath. We don't care about the haughty looks. We don't care how you look haughty at us with those impudent eyes. Because God says he's going to be our shield and our buckler, our fortress and our refuge, a very present help in a time of trouble. Read.
Joshua 24 verse 15, and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord.
So this is Joshua. He said, if it seems evil unto you to serve the Lord, go ahead.
Choose you this day whom ye will serve.
So he said, you need to choose you this day as to whom you will serve. Because this seems evil, what we're doing to you guys, because we're out here serving the Lord. He said you need to choose this day as to whom you're going to serve. Read.
Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
And this is what we're going to do. As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Most High God. This is what we're going to do. See, we've made the Most High our habitation and the Most High God our refuge. This is what we've chosen to do. It's a choice. Like Joshua said, he said to choose this day as to whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Most High God. We're going to continue to serve the Most High God. Go ahead.
Zechariah 7 verse 11, but they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder.
So this is the Levitical priest, Zechariah. He said, but you refuse to hearken, and then you'll pull back the shoulder. You don't never want to hear the words of God. You see, God's got everybody's number, and it's crystal clear. He knows everything because he's omnipotent. Read.
And stopped their ears that they should not hear. Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone.
And you just real stiff-necked and hard-headed. But the Most High God has got everybody's number because our witness is in heaven and our record is on high. But guess what? Everybody's record is up there. We're getting recorded as we speak. Everybody's getting recorded as we speak.
Lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts had sent in his spirit by the former prophets.
And you got to remember, Christ said, I come in the volume of the book. He said, it is written of me to do thy will. And we'll bring that out. Psalms 40. Go ahead.
Psalms 40, verse 7.
Start with low.
Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. I delight to do thy will, O my God. Yeah, thy law is within my heart.
And see, Christ comes in the volume of the book. He was speaking from Genesis all the way to Revelations. That was Christ speaking through all the prophets. He comes in the volume of the book. He said, it is written of me to do thy will, O God.
John 7, verse 17. If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine.
So if any man will do God's will, then you're going to know of the doctrine. Then you're going to know because you're being obedient to what saith the Most High God. Read.
Whether it be of God or whether I speak of myself.
And see, everybody's going to be able to tell if you're just speaking up the side of your mouth or if you're speaking of God. And that's all we're going to do is bring you precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here in the Old Testament and there in the New. We're going to do it the way Christ did it, the way Paul did it, the way Peter did it, the way Silas did it, the way Barnabas did it, the way all of them did it. Read.
Proverbs 4, verse 2. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
For he gives us good doctrines. That's why he said, forsake not my laws, because he gives us good doctrines. Zechariah 8 and 16. Zechariah 8, 16.
Zechariah 8, verse 16. These are the things that ye shall do.
And this is the Levitical priest, Zechariah. He said, these are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor, and execute the judgments of truth and peace in your gates. This is what he said we should be doing. Read.
Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor, execute the judgments of truth and peace in your gates.
But see, a lot of people don't want to do this because a lot of people, they like lies and deceits. That's why we got to go to it, Isaiah 30. A lot of people like lies and deceits. But God has everything documented. He has it all documented. This is just, we got to let this movie play itself out here. This movie is almost over here. We got to let it play itself out. Read.
Isaiah 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
So this is the prophet Isaiah. He said destruction. When you see woe in the Bible, woe means destruction unto the rebellious children that take counsel, but not of me. Read.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
And then you'll cover with a covering. You'll go to these Sunday churches with all those pagan days, doing all that pagan stuff and lying, collecting all that money, doing all that prosperity gospel. But that's not of God's spirit. Read.
That they may add sin to sin.
He says all they're doing is adding sin to sin. The Most High God is saying this. That's all they're doing, is adding sin to sin. Read.
That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
And then you like to walk in this spiritual Egypt, because this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. That's what this place is. And it's also mystery Babylon. Read.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
Because you guys strengthen yourselves in Trump. You strengthen yourselves in Biden. You strengthen yourselves in man. You're always strengthening yourself in man. And God already said what to do about this. Jeremiah, hold that, Jeremiah 17. Let's see what he said about trusting in man. Let's see what he said about this. Let's see what the Most High God said about it.
Jeremiah 17, verse 9. The heart is, verse 5. Thus said the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
This is the prophet Jeremiah. He said, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm. Read.
And maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord.
And then your heart departed from the Most High God, because you put your trust your trust in all these carnal things and in just a mortal man. Read.
For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh.
And you're not going to see when good cometh, because all you're putting your trust in is carnal things and putting your trust in a man. Read.
But shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land, and not inhabit it. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord.
But then he sums it up here. He said, blessed is the man that trusts in the Lord. Read.
And whose hope the Lord is.
And whose hope the Lord